Hello, welcome to another video here on MoreBikes.co.uk. This is just a short 5-minute video because this man here to my right, Mikko Nomanen,
hello,
has just come back from a 4-day test on this Triumph's Street Twin, the 900cc version of the new range of Bonnevilles that Triumph released for 2016. Mikko, you have done, we think, the most amount of miles on this bike by any publication at the moment. So tell us A, where you went, B, what you did, C, how the bike behaved. Because this isn't what it was designed to do. You went touring on the Street Twin.
It's a city bike, really, isn't it? It's designed for the bearded gentleman of Shoreditch, really. Let's be honest. It looks amazing.
Of us
no.
Thank God. Anyway, yeah.
It's a great looking bike, but it's a very basic motorbike in terms of touring capability. Or so I thought. It's actually not that bad at all.
Right.
No, you don't have any weather protection or heated grips or heated seats or things like that. But it is a very pleasant bike to ride, considering that it is a naked bike or a classic bike. It's really solid. The chassis is excellent. It goes really smoothly. You don't feel like you're being buffeted too much or anything. It's just a really pleasant bike to ride.
You did, how many miles was it that you did?
I did 1,437, I think.
Right, okay. So
from Horncastle up to Fort William, a couple of days of riding around there. Went to Skye, went down to Oban, over Glencoe, pretty much all the scenic routes out there.
Now you went with a couple of mates, didn't you? And they were on what we would consider to be pucker touring.
Yeah, I went with a couple of mates. Andy, who's got a big BMW R1200 RT, so that's a proper touring bike.
Yeah.
And Nick's got a KTM 1190 Adventure.
Right.
So both of those bikes on paper, you know, they'd eat this one alive. And it was quite funny, these bikes, when we got to the hotel, in a row. So you'd have the tall KTM, the daddy bike, and then you had the wide BM there, the mummy bike, and then this was the little baby next to them. So it's a dinky thing compared to those.
But in terms of performance, and I mean, you did the same trip that they did.
Yeah.
Do you like the Street Twin more so now that you've done the trip than prior?
Yeah. Because I thought I sort of had it pinned as the sort of city bike that you take out on a nice Sunday and go to a cafe and back. But it's really quite capable. It's only got 54 brake horsepower, so not a massive amount of power, but it's really torquey. There's loads of torque, and you can really, it's only 5-speed gearbox, so you don't have to switch up and down that much. You've always got that power there. The only times when I felt like the other guys were getting away from me were when we were on really fast bends that then open up to a long straight. And the guys would just open up their bikes and they'd be gone. So that's the only time I never lost line of sight.
Triumph made no effort to try and hide the fact that this is the beginner Bonnie, in the sense that if you want to get into the Bonnie range, this is the one that you should go for. You can change it. They've got a vast array of accessories that you can put onto this. But as you rode it here, this is in standard form. So what's the seat like in particular? You know, you've done a lot of miles on it. It feels good. It looks authentic. It looks like an old bike seat.
Yeah.
But how did it perform?
It's really nice. I had no issues with the seat at all. The whole riding position is really nice and neutral and relaxed. The only thing that when you're doing loads of miles, especially motorway miles, when you just sat there and you don't move at all, is that it's such a low bike that for me, even though the foot pegs are quite low, you're still sitting so low that you're a bit hunched. So I had to stretch my legs out a bit. That was the only thing that was anything less than perfectly comfortable on the bike, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks well appointed. What I particularly like, and the reason we haven't cleaned it, is just how good it looks grotty. That's quite a surprise, isn't it? Because so far we've seen of these Street Twins and the T120 Bonnies and the Thruxton R's is the glorious shiny shots. But it looks great in real world.
It's really mucky. And in fairness, it was from the go. I started the ride in rain and but finished it in rain.
Most of it was in rain.
We had some good days, but yeah, it was Scotland, so you're going to get some rain, aren't you?
And the Triumph gave a good account of itself. Now, you got this bike and Triumph put these leather saddlebag splash panniers on it.
Yeah.
What are they like?
They're really good. They're attached with little clips, so they're really easy to take off the bike. So they're on a little frame, and you just unclip them, take them off. They've even got little shoulder straps. Right. So if they weren't quite that mucky, you could actually sling one over your shoulder and walk around.
Quite a decent amount of capacity in them, actually.
Yeah, there must be about 20 litres or so there. They're quite sizable, and there's little front pockets as well for your little bits and bobs.
Right, so handy. And added on to that, you took this, the Jivvy 400?
Yeah, Jivvy WP 400.
Right.
That's about 50 quid, depending on where you buy it. But it's fully waterproof, so it's a really nice bag to have. Straps on the bike with a couple of bungees, and off you go. Really.
Especially nice if it sits over the top of a couple of saddlebags or panniers.
Yeah.
Just, there's another 40 litres there that you can have, and the top rolls down. So you've tested that now, fully waterproof?
Fully waterproof, yeah. Okay. Scotland proof.
Scotland proof, yeah. The Jivvy 400, whatever it is, WP is Scotland proof.
Yeah.
Like that. So that's good. So all in all, the Street Twin, like we say, 1,400 miles on it.
Yeah.
That's the longest test it's had so far in terms of somebody getting on it and going touring on it. Out of its comfort zone, arguably, going touring on this, but you've done it. How do you rate the Triumph Street Twin?
I really rate it. It's a lot better bike than I was expecting. It's got that nice torquey engine that just gives you lots of confidence. The chassis is spot on. In an ideal world, maybe a little bit more braking power, but I don't know. The only thing that I had a problem with were the mirrors, strangely enough.
Oh, okay.
They look nice, they're nice and round, but they're so close to each other that you either see your shoulders or you see the side of the road.
Right.
So I think aftermarket mirrors would be something that I'd spend money on.
I'm assuming that Triumphs do bar end mirrors for this,
I'm sure
they do for most
yeah.
of the range.
I think that would be really nice.
That would give you an extra few inches, couple of inches out the side, which might make all the
Yeah.
difference. I mean, worth having a look at if you're considering getting a Street Twin, I guess. But all in all, out of 10, something like this?
Out of 10, considering what I put it through, I'd say it's a 9. Simply because it's not built for that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's really designed for something completely different, but it performed awfully well. Even in poor weather, it was a cracking bike.
Brilliant, there you go then. Triumph Street Twin, according to Miko Nyman, after 1,400 miles in Scotland, a 9 out of 10. Do try one for yourself, they really are cracking motorcycles. Thanks for watching this, plenty more to come on More Bikes.